Hey yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Thursday, so you already know what time it is. You're rocking with your man Sean, better known as BeatsOnT. Bear with me for this video. I got a lot to do today, so I'm doing it on the go. You know what I mean? I'm on my way home now. I gotta stop at the store and grab some water. Yeah, so this week, pretty much we're discussing events that may have taken place that were newsworthy in our state. You know what I'm saying? One thing that I found, and I've been trying to find something else to do, but this particular thing keeps jumping out at me. I was trying to avoid talking about it. I really didn't want to because I feel like it's a easy way out. Of course, it's the top story right now in my area. I mean, I'm sure Caden's even heard this as well, being as though him and I both are, you know, Philly and Jersey. We pretty much get the same news, you know what I mean? So I'm sure he's heard of this as well. They were officers in plain clothes, you know what I'm saying, in Camden, and they were shot at, I believe, at least 25 times, maybe more than that. Both of them had to be hospitalized. I don't believe they caught the guys yet. They're still looking for them. It's like supposed to be a massive manhunt going on behind it. I really didn't want to do that video. I mean, the video about that, because I feel like it was too easy, you know. You turn on the news, you just wait for the biggest story to hit, and then boom, you got your topic for the week. So I really didn't want to do it, but it's like every time I hopped on social media, I'm seeing another person got killed by a police officer. You may be asking yourself, well, what does that have to do with somebody gunning down or attempting to gun down two officers in the street? And that answer is, you know, simple for me anyway. What was going on in the shooter head? You know what I'm saying? I'm a very empathetic type of person, and I'm very compassionate when it comes to other people. So I do try to look beyond the action itself, and I try to delve deeper into why it may have happened, what was going on with that person mentally, emotionally, to bring them to that point. And with all of this violence going on, coming from a group of people, the police, who are supposed to protect us, it really fucks with your perception on that group of people, you know. So is you figure these cats that's supposed to be out here protecting us, they out here killing us, and depending on who you are and how, you know, what background you come from, you may not know that struggle. I do. Whenever I've crossed paths with the police, it's never been a positive experience, ever. Never. Primarily because of profiling. So when I first heard the news story, I didn't feel any kind of way about it. You know, it was just like, damn, I wonder what that person that was shooting at the police felt, what he went through. Have the police ever done something to him but to make him want to, you know, shoot him? And the more I thought about it, it brought me to a very real situation that we still have going on. I mean, some people sweep it under the rug, some people turn a blind eye, but whichever way you choose to approach it, it doesn't stop the reality that it's a lot of fucked up shit going on in this world, you know. So that one news story brought me to what I'm pretty much gonna talk about. So my video is about what happened with the two cops, but at the same time it's not, because it kind of, I guess you could say, sprouted into, you know, something entirely different, but still connected, you know, at the same time. And it's just like, damn, for me to go off that way and think, what did those cops do to that guy? You know, it's like, damn, what the fuck kind of world is we living in right now? What kind of time are we living in where it comes to a point where you think like that? And like I had started getting ready to say before, I don't want anybody to think this is a black and white thing, because it's not. It's a right and wrong thing. And I'm not against the police, I'm not anti-police. I don't fuck with them because of my history with them. I don't, from what I've experienced, I don't know the police to be here to protect and serve shit. They're here to make a couple dollars for the county they work in, write me out tickets, try to lock me up, you know, try to get shit on my record so I can't be shit, so I can't accomplish shit, waiting for me to make a wrong move so they can gun me down. That's what I know the police to be. You know, that's all they've ever been, from my experience with them. And also, I do want to say that one of my loved ones is a cop. Happens to be a damn good cop, an honorable cop, a righteous cop, so much so to the point where, you know, if this person, and I don't want to get into specifics about them, you know, for personal reasons, I don't really want to put this person out there, because it's none of anybody's business who they are, but, you know, like I said, a loved one that's very close to my heart happens to be a cop, not in New Jersey, and they're a damn good cop. You know, they're not the type of person that's gonna pull you over and give you a bullshit ticket for doing something stupid and simple. You know, this particular person will tell you, like, look, dude, come on now, you know better. What are you doing? Get it together. Don't let me see it again. And it's gonna send you on your way. You know what I mean? They're actually doing their job for all of the right reasons, not all of the wrong reasons. And the crazy part about it is this person actually told me, because whenever I get pulled over by the police, if you give me an attitude, I have an attitude. You got to give respect to get it. At the end of the day, you have a job same way I have a job. My taxes, just like the rest of these citizens' taxes and everybody else that is living and working and paying taxes, you know what I'm saying? We pay for your fucking paycheck. We are the reason why you have a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? So because of that, at the end of the day, don't approach me like I owe you some type of respect, because you're supposed to be here to serve and protect me, to serve and protect, not to intimidate and try to criminalize and all of that other shit. Like, that's not what you're here for. So don't come at me crazy just from the get-go and you don't know shit about me just because you walking up to me and you see like my build or what I look like or that I got tattoos, and immediately because you're intimidated, now you want to try to flex and shit, you know what I mean, try to puff your chest out and think that I'm supposed to just automatically drop to my knees out of respect for you because you have a badge. At the end of the day, my nigga, you take that badge off and you become a citizen just like me. So I know I'm not just gonna give you respect. That's not how it works. Now don't get me wrong, I don't never come disrespectful at nobody. My grandmother and my mother raised me better than that. I don't never come at nobody disrespectfully. I don't give a fuck if it's a homeless man on the street until I feel disrespected. You disrespect me, you gonna get a different side of me. I'm a Gemini, it's two niggas inside of me. One is very rational and respectful. The other one, I don't even know what the fuck that nigga gonna do half the time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying, you determine which side of me you gonna get. Now, that being said, basically my aunt and my grandmother and the officer that I'm related to sat me down one particular time and told me, and this is coming from the officer that I'm related to, like, listen, when you getting pulled over by the police and whenever you getting into, you know, whenever you're crossing paths with them or whatever, just comply with what they talking about. You know what I mean? As long as it ain't nothing crazy going on, just comply, because they was telling me, and this is coming out of the cop I'm related to's mouth, okay? Do not push back on them because they will shoot your ass down in a heartbeat. And this is coming from the cop I'm related to. This cop is black, okay? Now, the cop that I'm related to also told me the day before got pulled over, full uniform, okay? Full uniform, wasn't speeding, nothing. Now, I don't want to get into too many specifics for obvious reasons, but it was a very dumb reason that had something to do with a license plate. The officer I'm related to got pulled over for that, got a ticket, and the encounter, they were telling me, was just so negative that they said if they ever ran into that person again and that person needed assistance, they wouldn't stop. You know, and that says something. That really says something. And this person I'm talking about has a huge heart. You know what I mean? A huge heart. You know what I'm saying? Is one of the most down-to-earth, humble people that I know. Will give somebody the shirt off their back. You know what I'm saying? So that alone tells you. And that's coming out of a cop's mouth about other police. You know what I'm saying? And this person told me, like, not all cops is like that. but a lot of them are. You have to be careful. You have to be very careful. So boom, so you can, if you're thinking that I'm saying what I'm saying based off of having some type of grudge or whatever, just not liking the police for whatever stupid ass unjustified reason, that's not the case. Don't get me wrong, there's people out there that's gonna hop on the bandwagon, fuck the police just because they think it's the cool thing to say and all of that bullshit. This ain't nothing like that, bro. But basically, I say all that to say this. Back to the two officers that was shot at in Camden. Now, I'm not saying that what happened was right at all, because like I said, I don't know nothing about these two cops, and these two cops could be the same kind of cops that my relative is. They could be some real good cats. I don't know that. And then you got the Trayvon Martin special that's on television right now, you know, and Zimmerman wanted to be a cop, you know, wasn't able to get approved for that shit. And then at the same time, you know, that just kind of started and just firework the whole Black Lives Matter movement, which a lot of those deaths that are covered in that are because of, come on dude, what is you doing, my nigga? Act like you know how to drive that little ass Camry. Thank you. Damn. Unfortunately, it's a lot of black men that have lost their life because of police brutality, violence coming from police that wasn't even really justified. You know what I'm saying? So, and the fact that those two cops being shot at made me think, what did they do to that man? Or what has that man experienced with other cops that made him just say, fuck these two guys? You understand what I'm saying? The fact that that came to my mind before anything else, it bothers me. You know, because we shouldn't have to think that way. But if you don't, how the hell you expect to survive out here, you know? That's our reality. And the fucked up thing about it, my wife and I are raising a young black man, you know? So eventually we have to have that conversation with him. You know, you're living as a young man in this world, but then there comes that time where you have to sit your child down and explain to them, son, don't forget, yes, we're raising you to be a strong, independent, you know, hard-working, respectful, honorable, righteous man. But at the same time, don't forget you're living in America, in this world, as a black man. You know what I mean? And having to have that conversation is fucked up. You know, you shouldn't have to think like that towards the police. You shouldn't have to think like that as a person. You shouldn't think about somebody who's supposed to serve and protect you and wonder when they get killed or an attempt is made on their life, what the fuck did they do to somebody else? You know, usually when something happens to somebody, you know, people wonder, well, what was that person's motive? Why did that person want to do this wrongdoing against another person? And the fact that my mind immediately went towards, what the fuck did they do to him? It's fucked up, and it just goes to show you how much foul shit is going on in this world. It's pretty much what I'm getting at, you know what I mean? That's pretty much sums up basically the point that I wanted to make to y'all, you know? So I mean, just to go back over everything really quickly one more time. Again, there was two cops. Here go an off-duty cop now getting ready to walk by my truck. This nigga gotta go get water too, I guess. Wow, how about that? Black cop too. But anyway, it's just crazy because, you know, like I said, two cops got shot at multiple times, excessively, had to be hospitalized. This happened in Camden, New Jersey, and that's not too far from where I live at. You know, and the first thing, and they don't have many details about this, they haven't caught the suspects. I haven't seen the news tonight, so I'm not sure if they got them yet. I probably should have googled that before I started the video, but you know, niggas got shit to do. So I mean, and it's just, it brought my point of the video and that whole news story is the fact that where my mind went with it, and to even, and for me to be the kind of person that I am, to immediately go to what did they do to that man, or what did that man experience with other officers that made him just say fuck them. You know, the fact that my mind went there to begin with, it bothers me a lot. You know what I'm saying? And it just goes to show you it's a lot of foul shit going on that shouldn't go on. And I really, really wish that the shit would change, you know. But I mean, that ain't nothing new. You know, it's been people standing up and wishing for that and fighting for that for as long as fucking humans been walking on this earth. And that fight, God willing, one day will come to an end, but I don't believe it'll be in my lifetime at all. You know, we still battling the whole black and white thing, let alone trying to get cisgendered and transgendered to come together and be one. So, hey, what you gonna do? All you can do is control what you do, what you put out into the world, what you accept, what you allow to go down in your presence and around you, and be mindful and of who you surround yourself with and who you surround your children with, and raise your children and your family, all you other trans brothers out there, all you men out there, whether you're trans or not. You know, you are the head of your family, you the king of your castle, you know what I'm saying, you the head of your tribe. You lead your pack, you lead your family as the head, you know what I'm saying, as the king. You know what I mean? Lead them in a direction that is going to change this world for the better. Each one teach one. If you ain't teaching somebody and you letting other folks walk around ignorant, you ain't got to force a motherfucker to eat from the plate. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta let them know the plate is there, educate them, you know what I'm saying, and one day, God willing, it'll just all click when they finally plug into the universe, plug into their higher consciousness, and then it's just firework, you know what I'm saying. But I don't know, man. Those of you that are thinking about becoming cops, I do know that there's a couple of trans brothers that's on my timeline daily, you know, one of which I believe is a state trooper, you know, in New Jersey nonetheless, which I think is awesome. Y'all do y'all thing, and I would like to think in my heart of hearts that you are a cop like my relative. I hope to God that you are, you know, because it's easy to get a badge and get a little bit of power, and then that shit really change you for the worse. So, you know, I don't know, those of y'all that do go down that path of becoming an officer or a man or woman of the law for that matter, please do the right thing with it, even if that means, you know, leadership coming down on you because they want you to act and react in a particular manner. Please follow your heart of hearts regardless of any job. Don't compromise yourself, your morals, your values, your integrity. You know, Malcolm X didn't die for that. Dr. King didn't die for that. You know, Obama didn't serve for that. Trayvon Martin didn't lose his life for that. Eric Garner. I mean, so many other guys. I mean, I'm not going to go through the whole list because I would be talking until I'm blue in the face. You know, Gandhi. I mean, just come on, y'all. All of these cats, we didn't lose all of these soldiers to just keep running around in circles, chasing our tails, trying to do as we're told, you know, and not as we feel, not as we know to be right. You know, one thing I do know is we're not born malicious, we're not born hateful, y'all. So let's get it together, you know, one person at a time. Michael Jackson said it best: you want to change the world, you gotta check the man in the mirror first. So let's get it together, y'all. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. You know what I'm saying? Because the shit that the police out here doing to folks is not okay. But at the same time, with folks going through what they going through, and again, I don't know the circumstances between the brother and the police from the news story, but I mean, just looking at it, a brother like me, why would I give a fuck what he do to them? You know what I'm saying? These niggas out here killing us. Why should I care about an attempt on them? You know, but I am man enough and real enough and woke enough to know that the fact that my mind goes there and my feelings go there is not okay. It's wrong. It's dead wrong. But I know that it doesn't come from an empty opinion, you know, and that's the the worst part about it. You know what I'm saying? But you've been rocking with your man Sean. I rambled long enough. I hope I ain't get nobody worked up or offend anybody. If I did, you got to understand this is my truth, and that's all I know how to speak. I don't know, man. We gotta do better as a people, though. To serve and protect, not intimidate, harass, and criminalize. You heard me? You been rocking with your man Sean, better known as BeatsOnT. Catch me next Thursday, y'all. Peace.